Remember when Apple was coming out with an iPhone every year, but they weren't necessarily naming the iPhone successor in order? Yeah, stick with me here because there's a point.
After the original iPhone, there was the iPhone 3G, then the 3GS. Of course, the 4 came out, but then the 4S. Subsequently, the iPhone 5 was followed by a 5C model that came out with a 5S at the same time. And then the 6, 6 Plus, the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, there was an SE model between there, and they completely decided to skip the iPhone 9.
That was at least until in 2017, Apple decided to do something very different and name their flagship iPhone the iPhone X, which was really confusing because the Roman numeral for 10 is X. Anyways, to say the least, the iPhone naming process was a mess.
But there was a purpose to Apple's iPhone naming scheme. The designation of a completely new number was to characterize the look or aesthetics of the latest iPhone. And the following year, the S model was to highlight the harder, better, faster, stronger internals. And in retrospect, even though it's daft, Apple sold tons of iPhones. But what's most impressive was the growth of sales of the iPhone in those small incremental model years. And that's a tough business model to follow, especially for LiftMaster.
Hey party people, Santiago from SOS Garage Door Service, and I wanted to review again a garage door opener motor that throughout the years has made incremental improvements and has easily become one of the best garage door opener motors to recommend. This is my revisiting review on the LiftMaster 8550WLB.
Specs, specs, and more specs. Listen, if specs is all you care about, then I simply have to direct you to LiftMaster's website. There you can get the lowdown, hoedown, throwdown on all the specs your heart desires. In fact, I've gone over the specs of this motor in other videos, so if you wish to stop this video and head over to see them, be my guest. This video is meant to highlight the motor and user experience. I also make sense of the 8550's name change. Now, the motor experience is fantastic. You're getting a 12-volt DC motor that pumps about 53 RPMs. Supposedly, it's a 900 Newton DC motor, but that's up for debate. And with the automatic thermal protection built in, the motor is designed to shut down when it gets hot.
Now you might think that's overkill, but you have to understand that these garage door openers are rated to lift heavy insulated garage doors. As a result, on this DC motor, it is impressively quiet. Just listen.
Just like other garage door opener motors in this class, the 8550WLB offers so much in practical features. There's a motion sensor on the wall button that will turn on the lights to the motor so you're not blindly looking for a light switch. The wall button also features an LED time and temperature gauge. In addition, you have a timer to close feature that can be programmed to automatically close your garage door after a certain duration of time. There's also the ever so troublesome lock feature, aka vacation mode, that will lock out all the remote transmitters and wireless keypads.
Coincidentally, you'll still be able to open up your garage door with the MyQ Wi-Fi app. I don't know why, but LiftMaster has it set up to where you're still able to use your app with your garage door opener, even if you have it locked on your wall button.
I initially started this video talking about the naming strategy behind Apple's iPhone lineup. And just as there was a minor change to the name, the minor changes to the device, although incremental, were significant. LiftMaster achieved something similar with their 8550 model garage door.
The implementation of the Wi-Fi connectivity feature debuted with the 8550, but this only allowed the motor to become Wi-Fi capable. That meant you had to use an internet gateway module in order to connect to Wi-Fi. This module, known as the 828LM, was connected to your internet modem and it communicated with the Wi-Fi receiver on the motor's wall button. Thankfully, LiftMaster wised up and ultimately found a way to integrate the Wi-Fi feature onto the logic board of the motor, thus giving the 8550 Wi-Fi connectivity right out of the box with no need of an extra module. Of course, you have to download LiftMaster's app in order to use it. Admittedly, the MyQ app was pretty rough in the beginning, but recently LiftMaster made strides with each update. The interface is easy to use, they streamlined their app to work with both retail and dealer line motors, and as a result, the letter W was added to the 8550 name, signifying the incremental change of offering Wi-Fi. In 2006, LiftMaster introduced their state-of-the-art jackshaft motor, the Model 3800. One of its compelling features was the introduction of an automatic door lock. Now, this lock was introduced after a series of YouTube videos were popping up on how easy it is to open up a garage door from the outside. Needless to say, this got the industry's attention. So the idea was conceived that if you can deadbolt your front door, why can't you deadbolt your garage door? Thus, the birth of the automatic garage door lock came into fruition. The now 841LM automatic door lock is designed to maximize the security of your garage door. This automatic lock can be applied to LiftMaster motors with the letter designation L, indicating yet another incremental change to this motor. So what does the letter B stand for? Well, that's easy. Since the beginning of its design, the 8550 came with the option to apply a 12-volt battery backup. The battery backup feature was a novel idea and came with certain caveats. As an acid battery, you're likely to get about 2 to 3 years of a charge. Plus, when it comes time to replace the battery, the motor will indicate so with a repeating beep that some customers find annoying. That's been mitigated recently to display an error code on the LED wall button. Overall, the battery backup feature gained speed after a few years, and just recently it's become a requirement for all California garage door opener installs under the State Bill 969. Now, this is not necessarily an incremental change, but it was a change that seemed fitting due to the growing demand for battery backup features.
So there you have it, LiftMaster's 8550WLB garage door opener, the Wi-Fi automatic door lock battery backup motor. Coincidentally, there are other motors that derive from the 8550's DNA, but I consider those motors alter egos. In fact, I plan on making videos about those motors, so be on the lookout for them soon.
As a garage door contractor, I love installing this motor. It's one of my favorites. It should be noted that other garage door motor manufacturers have come out with their own version of this motor, but none of them really have the finesse or polished design that the 8550WLB offers. Now, that's not to say that this motor is perfect, because it's not. Like most tech, there are bugs, manufacturing defects, and other issues that have plagued this model. Nevertheless, this is one of the motors that I recommend to all my family and friends if they want an overall excellent garage door opener motor experience. This review was made possible by several purchase LiftMaster 8550 motors from a local distributor by SOS Garage Door Service. LiftMaster does not pay SOS Garage Door Service to make review videos. I didn't send LiftMaster a copy of this review for approval, so you can have the confidence that this video offers an honest and fair perspective. This is just one garage door contractor's opinion and hopes to help you make a good buying decision for your next garage door motor needs. Thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe.